Hello everybody and welcome back to the Adventures in Collecting YouTube channel, where we take a closer look at the toys we talk about on the show. And today I'm here a few days early than our normal Wednesday unboxing because I found some things. I found the new Marvel Legends Across the Spiderverse Part 1 wave of Marvel Legends at Walmart. So I found Jessica Drew here. We've got Spider-Punk. We've got the Spot. We've got Spider-Man 2099, and then of course we've got Miles. So of the figures that are available in this wave, there's also Gwen and Peter B. I did not see either of those, but I can tell you that the Peter B figure is Spider-Man from the head to the waist, and then he's got sweatpants on. There is no removable or alternate Peter B head. It's just Spider-Man. And then Gwen is, much like Miles, is like a standard Gwen figure with a Gwen unmasked head. So these are on retro cards. Really neat. Love to see kind of the retro card in a more modern design. Makes me think of what these figures would have looked like had the movie come out in a different decade, right? But really cool. We could see that most of these, actually I'm gonna go ahead and say all of these are all new original sculpts. Some really interesting character designs here, some changes to some of the classics that we've come to love over the years. I love that the Spot comes with some effects there for Miles. So really interesting body shape on these. Of course, you know, the Into the Spider-Verse characters kind of have that skewed, almost warped shape to a lot of their bodies and stuff. So, you know, really curious to see what this looks like when the film actually hits. But let's get these guys into the light box and take a closer look at a few figures here from the Marvel Legends Across the Spider-Verse wave. Have it, folks. There are your Across the Spider-Verse figures out of the box, and this is admittedly a mixed bag. So these figures are all, first of all, gorgeous. They look fantastic. Like I said, all new sculpts. The deco and detail on Miles especially here is fantastic. But again, going back to kind of the designs of the characters themselves, they lead to a little bit of wonkiness in terms of posability. So Miles, as you could see, you know, I was able to very easily get him into, you know, he has really great range of motion in his legs, especially. He gets into a crouch really easily, great range of motion on the neck, but unfortunately, you do have this weird situation going on with his back. It is an awkward articulation point. You know, there's no other way to say it. You know, he does absolutely move, you know, from the front when you're looking at him. You know, it does look really great. The moment you turn him around, though, that back articulation is a little wonky. Now for me, this figure is still awesome. That is not an absolute deal breaker. You know, just kind of be forewarned, you know, when you are taking photos of him, you know, when you do have him posed out on your shelf, if you do have him in any way where that back is visible once he's fully crunched, you are going to be looking at that. Spider-Man 2099, awesome figure. Very easy to pose, very chunky. Really curious to see where they go direction-wise with this, you know, design. I love the ombre on the cape. Really great deco there. Simple otherwise, but again, you know, he doesn't have that as much of that bulge issue on his back, you know, or the front when you fully articulate him. So, you know, this doesn't have that same problem that the Miles figure had. This is really great. Spot. Awesome to see him make his debut in the Marvel Legends line. This figure is, again, you know, really easy to pose. He has more of kind of a shimmer to him. He comes with a hilarious effect. I cannot wait to see this, you know, in the movie. You know, Miles poking out of the different spots there. Really neat. Love this figure. Spider-Punk, again, awesome to see this figure in this design aesthetic. I love the mascara dripping off of his eyes. Again, like the absolute wonky design. Love that he comes with a guitar. He has a pick holding hand. Unfortunately, that pick holding hand is permanently in that right hand, so he is always going to be rocking a pick no matter what. His other hand is the neck holding hand, you know, for playing his guitar, which is fine. You know, it's fun, but you know, anytime you have a Spider-Man figure, you know, you want to see a couple things. You want to see fists, you want to see flip hands, you want to see wall crawling hands, and unfortunately, across the board here, you know, even going back to Miles for a moment, the only two hands that you get with him outside of the flip hands are you get fist hands, and then of course, you know, like you saw, you do get the actual masked head. Now, Jessica Drew. This figure is gorgeous. They did a great job sculpting it, love all the details in the hair, colors, everything. She's very difficult to pose. She has teeny tiny little feet and a head that weighs a ton. This is super heavy. I struggled just to get her in a basic standing pose, let alone, you know, any kind of action pose. So just beware with this. She does have pegs on the bottom of her feet though, so if you did want to go the route of you know, putting her on a stand, I would highly recommend it, because not only is she difficult to stand, but when she falls over, she's got some weight to her. So there were many moments in the light box there where she took out the entire crowd when she fell. So just you know, just be careful. And again, with her, accessory wise, you do get two fists. So you get two fists with her, no flipping hands. Now I have seen, you know, on the box art, and of course, you know, the 6-inch kids line, that there is a Spider Woman. As we know, that is Jessica Drew's, you know, her superhero identity is Spider Woman, and it's like a mech robot looking thing. So I don't know if that's coming to the Marvel Legends line. I would have to assume that it probably is. I haven't seen anything yet though to prove that wise. So yeah, so with the exception of Peter B and Gwen missing, this is what you're looking at in terms of your Marvel Legends across the Spider-Verse wave. These are sort of kind of hitting Walmart now. I think it's a little bit early. I happened to, like I said, get very lucky this morning with these. So just kind of keep an eye out as you look through Walmart, and I'm sure Hasbro Pulse will announce something official soon, especially now that these are kind of out in the wild. So as always, make sure you hit that subscribe button so that way you don't miss videos like this where we take deeper dives into the toys that we love. And while you're down there, leave us a comment. What's a character from the Spider-Verse that you'd love to see? I know there's been a lot of different Spider-Men on those posters, so let us know one of the Spider-Men you'd love to see come to this line, this wave. Also, what's your take so far on the overall design, the aesthetic? where are you guys at on this? While you're liking and subscribing to things, make sure you follow us here at AIC_podcast on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, where we're constantly posting toy news, deals, availability, photography, anything and everything that we think would help out the community. And then, of course, the podcast. So Adventures in Collecting, you can find us wherever you find podcasts. Simply search for Adventures in Collecting or hit that link in the description below, which will take you to our website, and you can find links to all of the things that I just mentioned. And we actually just recorded an interview with Steve Evans from Hasbro's Marvel team, so definitely check that out. It's been a long time since he's been on the show, and we're happy to have him back. As always, it's just a leap of faith, guys. Until next time.